Chris from Hamilton County Schools. I am excited to work with you guys today now that we've finished The Last Dog. Today we're going to do a rewrite. We're going to rewrite the ending of The Last Dog and think, how would this story end differently if a new character was introduced? So I'm going to share my screen with you so that we can do a warm-up really quick. I want you to take some time to think about what is the theme of The Last Dog. If you are struggling to come up with the theme, I want you to think, what did Brock learn in this story? Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I don't want to steal anybody's ideas, is I'm going to model with Dark They Were and Golden-Eyed. So that was a text we read earlier. And I'm going to rewrite the ending starting at the end of paragraph 266. So that's right before it starts with 5 years later. And our key for rewriting our ending, because we could do something crazy. We could be like, and dinosaurs came and ruined the, whatever. But we want it to be logical, and we really want it to be consistent with the theme of the text. So our first step was to identify the theme, which is what we've already done. And then we need to identify how the original story showed that theme at the end. And now we have to think about how else we could make the theme clear by adding a new character. So I don't want this to get confusing, but Dark They Were and Golden-Eyed already adds a new character at the end. So I'm actually going to rewrite the ending without the new character. You guys will be adding a character to The Last Dog because there's not a new character at the end, okay? So if you guys will make this chart, we're gonna have the theme. How does the original story end? How does the new story end? This is gonna be where you come up with an idea. And how does it show the theme? So in Dark They Were and Golden-Eyed, the theme is where you are can change who you are. That's kind of the message that we get at the end of the story and throughout. How does the original story end? 5 years after the Bitterings leave their home, soldiers come to Mars and they begin showing signs of changing. And it's similar to how the Bitterings were changing. So then I have to think about, how can I end my story now? I'm going to take away the soldiers, so it's got to be about the Bitterings. And how can I really show that the Bitterings are changing and becoming more like Martians? So I think I'm going to show the humans, the Bitterings, move to a Martian colony, leaving their human colony behind, which they didn't really show this, they hinted at it. As they leave, they see evidence of change happening. So like they start to forget things, physically leave things behind, etc. So how is that going to show the theme of the where you are can change who you are? So this new ending, still suggests that all of the people in this Martian colony have changed, which confirms that where you are, a Martian colony, can change who you are into a Martian. All right, I want you to pause me, and I want you to take some time to do the same work that I did. What is the theme of The Last Dog? How did the original show the theme? What could you do by adding a new character? I'm going to write that here. Add a new character. And then how does your new ending show the theme? Okay, so now we are going to do a semi-quick write. This isn't going to take super long with our new ending. So I'm going to start right after the story kind of ended, and I'm going to show the story of them moving. Okay, so I'm going to insert a lot of thought. Okay, so the Bitterings began walking face the mountains, the names of which they couldn't remember. I think this is important because the mountains got brought up twice in the original story and how they were naming them after Earth things. And then when they started to change, they started referring them to the Mars names. But Mr. Bittering was struggling with that. And so I'm going to have him think, why did they rename the mountains in the first place? So this is the first instance of them forgetting their Earth things. So then I'm going to have them, they're moving, right? They carried only the most essential things as they trudged towards their new home. What do you think would be essential? I'm thinking clothes. So maybe they have a backpack, clothes. I want to show that they still care about home. So maybe pictures of their lives on Earth, books to read. Okay, so now that I have explained like what they're taking with them, they're still taking those things from Earth with them. I even might make it that much more clear, right? So like they didn't want to leave their home behind altogether. This was just a change of scenery. I think that Mr. Bittering has multiple times been like I don't want to admit what's happening. So this would not be that much different. The Bitterings weren't changing. They just wanted to explore the place they lived, right? This is a great way to justify it. The Roosevelt range. Mr. Bittering thought. Mr. Bittering, remembered. We named them after an American president. Again, we're going back and remembering things. So I've had a lot of like inner thoughts. I also want to include some sensory details. So I'm going to have them pass like a field of flowers, because remember we had the flowers, the blooms earlier in the story. So as they passed the field of blooms, no one noticed the strange colors, as Mr. Bittering once had. The sweet scent wafted towards them, causing no fear, right? He was super scared earlier when he came across these flowers. No second thoughts. Again, we've got some changes here. Similarly, no one noticed as bags were slowly dropped and abandoned. I'm having them drop their bags because that represents them kind of giving up on their Earth home. Mr. Bittering, he's regularly been the only one to fight it, as was expected, was among the last to drop his bag. I'm going to put another thought here. My back hurts, he thought. What do I even need in this bag? Suddenly, the essentials didn't seem so essential. Right? Earlier we referred to it as the most essential things, and now he's dropping them. Who knows what we'll need now? I'm going to end here because it kind of confirms this idea that things are actually changing. They're going to need different things. All right, so now I want you guys to take some time and do a quick write of your new ending. Remember that we are trying to get to that same theme, so what you planned earlier needs to be what you write. Have a wonderful rest of your day.